All right, everybody, happy Monday to you. This is Stick and Hack Reacts. I'm your host, Adam Grubb from Stick and Hack, and that's Keith Stewart from ESPN Radio in New York and host of the Pro Show, where you get your podcast. This is our weekly look at what happens in the LPGA and the PGA. And every week I think to myself, what else could we possibly talk about? We're just talking about golf, right? We're just talking about golf from the weekend. But every weekend a new storyline comes out and something that you need to know is happening. So make sure you're here every Monday for this very specific show, which is our reactions to all of that news and all of the jockeying that's going on in the PGA and LPGA. And we start, Keith, with the fifth major of the year for the LPGA. And that is the at AIG, and a stunning last hole. I don't want to call it a collapse. I'll call it a mishap, okay? Because collapse is not necessarily the right word. A mishap on 18, which cost somebody a major victory, but brought Anna Nordqvist to the winner's circle there for the fifth major of the year, the LPGA. Keith, give us your reaction to the fifth major, the last major of the year, as well as the storyline that happened on 18.
Well, I would normally give it just one thumbs up, Adam. But because of all the weather and issues on the PGA Tour, they were the only show yesterday, so I got to give them two thumbs up. Super amount of drama. Congratulations to Anna Nordqvist for her third major title and ninth victory on the LPGA Tour. First win in 4 years. Awesome job by her. But really what it comes down to, the AIG Women's Open was played at Carnoustie. I mean, has anything in a major ever happened on 18 at Carnoustie?
You know, even a hack like me, Keith, knows the incredible story from the late 90s of a major collapse at Carnoustie, one that is replayed time and time again every year of the Open, and that is, well, I can't think of his name, obviously, John Valdevelve.
Yep,
right?
You got it, John Valdevelve.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah, winner.
Keith, I pulled that out of somewhere deep. So yes, Carnoustie has the demons, and an 18 demon showed its ugly head coming down the stretch.
Well, whether you came up with Jean Valdevelde's name or not, I was going to bring him up because he's happy because after you watched Nana Madsen yesterday play the 18th hole, while she was right there in it for the lead against Nordqvist in the final group. I mean, Adam, at the moment she hit that bunker shot on the 72nd hole near the green, the first thing I thought of was you and your game.
Yeah, well, 100%. I saw it and I said to myself, she's going to get out of this bunker, or she's going to do what I do in a pressure-packed situation, and that's a stone cold shank right out of that bunker, almost out of bounds, Keith.
Yeah.
It was not great to watch, and I felt terrible for Nana, but nonetheless, it did happen, and thus she ended up double bogeying the 18th and brought the victory to Anna.
Hey, you know what? Maybe in a month or two or a year or two, she's going to look back and she's top 10 at the Olympics, tied for fifth at the AIG Women's Open. Maybe she'll assess it that, this was a learning opportunity, but big bonus react for you here. That bunker shot, thumbs down. Okay.
Thumbs down. Keith, yeah. She said afterwards, that she was thinking about the things that she didn't want to do and that the pressure did get to her. She did admit to that in a post round press conference that, hey, I did exactly what I've been training my entire life not to do, and that is to think about the moment. And she thought about the moment and ended up with a hosel stick there, which we've all been there, we've all done it, we've seen it time and time again from the pros. It does humble you as a golfer to know that even the pros do that from time to time. But nonetheless, it was still not great. But congratulations to Anna. And I do have a bonus question, not a reaction, but a bonus question for you, Keith. Later in her life, when Nana Madsen is a grandmother, will they call her Nana?
Ooh, you go deep on some of these questions. But you didn't ask for a reaction, so no, I'm just going to sweep that one under the rug, and I'm going to move on. Anna Nordqvist, she wins $870K. Just awesome job. Like I said, her ninth victory, third major. I mean, at the end of the day, she had, she was tied for the 54-hole lead. She hit 32 of 36 greens over the weekend. She had a front nine 33 on Sunday. I mean, she played great. And, she was 2009 European Tour player or Rookie of the Year, Adam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She won a major in 2009. Her last victory was a major at the Evian in 2017. People think that she should be, winning a lot more, and she hasn't been. So this is really a great victory for her. And one cool thing is that, in the LPGA, the majors are just so different. Okay, you have your ANA in Palm Springs. You have the Women's Open, which moves around. You've got, again, a British Open type event like this, the AIG Women's Open. Since World War II, only 22 women on the LPGA Tour have won 2 different majors.
Wow.
Right? Anna Nordqvist is one of them, which is kind of cool.
That's a really cool stat. You only get that type of stat here on Stick and Hack Reacts. That's for
it.
Sure. Let's move on to reaction number 2, and that is the tropical storm Henri, spelled with an I for some ridiculous reason, making its way up the eastern seaboard and dumping 7 to 9 inches of rain in most parts of the country, of the eastern part of the country, including your city, Keith, and your basement specifically. Apologies for that. Yeah. But that has moved the golf tournament that is the first leg of the FedEx Cup to a Monday third round, and potentially and obviously then a Tuesday final round, because Jay Monahan, the commissioner of the PGA, came out last night and said specifically, we will play 72 holes, and we could and will finish on a Tuesday for the first time ever, specifically since there's a mandate that you can't play golf on Tuesday, apparently, in the PGA. Keith, give us the rundown of everything that's going on out there.
Well, up until Saturday, it was like 2 or 3 thumbs up. Great tournament, fantastic venue, the setting there, New York City, top 125, turned into a shootout. We had course record round shot on Saturday by Cam Smith, 11 birdies. He had a putt on the last from 10 feet for 59. You couldn't ask for more. John Rahm, number 1 player in the world, playing great, right there at the top of the leaderboard. JT, Tony Finau, where he be now? Well, he's right there at the top of the leaderboard. So, everything.
Oh my God, was that John Sterling there for a second?
I'm telling you, we had what was set up to be something pretty special. And then next thing you know, Henri comes up the coast. That's why there's an I, Adam. Okay? It was French, It's not Henri. All right?
I don't care. It's Henri when you live in Indiana. Okay? Yeah. That's for sure.
There's no doubt about that. Anyway, they were expecting 2 to 4 inches of rain. They got 9. I got close to 8 right here at my house, and we're about 30 miles away from Liberty National. The good news for them is that they will be able to play some golf today, and if they need to go to tomorrow, like you mentioned, because it's right on the Hudson River, right there in New York City. So it's tidal. It'll drain, whereas like out by me, the water is still just sitting in my basement. So at the end of the day, they will get this thing done. It is kind of an unprecedented statement that Monahan came out last night and said, we will play. And everyone was like, whoa, because, on Saturday, I was out at the golf course and there was a lot of talk about, well, hey, everyone was going to, go to be number 1 on their own because this thing will get cut to 54 holes because there's a tropical storm coming up the coast and who knows what'll happen. And, they're heading down to Maryland, so they don't have far to go for the BMW, Adam. Top 70, everybody wants to fight it out. And Monahan says, yeah, let them do it. It's pretty cool.
Okay, so if I'm reading it between the tea leaves here, I see a green emoji and I see a red emoji. The first part of the tournament was thumbs up. The second part, we've got rain delays. We've got rain catastrophe all over the place. We got a Tuesday potential finish, which is tough for those that are trying to get to the second round. So I see a green and a red. Is that accurate?
You know what? First
time ever.
After 6 months of these, Adam, you read right through the tea leaves. You can see between the lines. I, of course, got tangential. I got excited about the fact that there could be a Tuesday finish, that Monahan comes out of the ivory tower and says, hey, this is what we're doing, right? Yeah. You're right. I'm at a meh for this because it was really set up to be awesome. You have right now, for here Monday or Tuesday, whenever we finish, right, we have 14 guys within 5 shots of the lead with the names like Xander, Koepka, Corey Connors, Sam Burns. We have all of these guys that are just there in a shootout, not to mention the guys that are right there. John Rahm tied for the lead. Tony Finau right there. Tony Finau, where's he been? But you know what? There's this little thing called the Ryder Cup coming. There's this little cut from 125 to 70. All these guys are jockeying themselves for a better position, looking toward the Tour Championship in that top 30.
We move to number 3. Speaking of the Ryder Cup, let's start, though, with the Solheim Cup, which is set and ready to rock and roll in Toledo, just a couple hours from my house. here, sir. And the Solheim Cup, the LPGA team event, which is one of those, especially when it hits within a couple weeks of the Ryder Cup, the USA pride and the team pride of golf is going to be at full display here on both in both leagues. Tell me your reaction. Solheim Cup first.
Well, coming off the 5th major, the points list was finalized for both the European Tour and the U.S. team. All right. So pretty exciting day yesterday for subplots. I was looking at one player on the U.S. team who was number 7. That was Megan Kang. She had an up and down AIG Women's Open. She's sitting in that 7th spot. That guarantees her a spot. After that, they were 2 off of the world Rolex list, and then there was 3 captains picks. So, at the end of the day, people like her were fighting for their life to get on this team in 2 weeks because everybody wants to be a part of a Ryder Cup or a Solheim Cup team. Anna Nordqvist, she qualified for her 7th straight Solheim Cup team with her victory. So, there was a lot of subplots there, and it's pretty cool. And it's just 2 weeks away. And, this event is going to be huge. So big thumbs up about the whole race to the Solheim Cup and the Ryder Cup team. Both captains announced their full teams this morning. We don't have enough time, in the line at the buffet. We can't hold the thing up, on a Monday, Adam. So we can't do a deep dive here. But at the end of the day, maybe that's a good idea for an article this week for yours truly. So big thumbs up for the teams being set today. And then look at all the subplots that are happening at the Northern Trust and the fact that they have to go for more holes. Somebody like Tony Finau, who's sitting at number 12, he's tied for 4th on Saturday night. He was probably like, hey, let's go to the BMW.
Yeah.
I look good right here. I have a top 5 finish. Now he's got to go out and play on a Monday, Tuesday, or who knows when they finish, and he's got to continue to play well. He's right there with 6 captains picks. Those 7 through 12 guys, and Finau being the 12th guy, they really need to play well. Look at Spieth, a little up and down. He was great in the beginning of this Northern Trust. He faded on Saturday. He needs a good finish. He's at the 7th spot. You've got guys like Daniel Berger at 10th. He's tied for 50th at the Northern Trust. There's a lot of this is going to play out, Adam, over the next couple reacts. And it's a big thumbs up for me on all the drama and the subplots because it's not just who's winning and getting in through the FedEx Cup playoffs. It's also, who's playing well on tour in order to get on this Ryder Cup team. Guy like Patrick Cantlay, guy sitting at 11th spot. He's tied for 24th. He has a really low round for his 4th round. He looks good. He goes into the BMW, plays well again. These points are wrapped up after the BMW.
I'll tell you what is cool, Keith, is that on years like this, when the Ryder Cup and the playoffs and everything is converging for this for these spots, the drama, but yes, the mental state that these golfers have to be in, because every shot counts for something or could count. And if you're on that bubble, if you're in that group, if you're close to that top 20, 25, anything could happen. And I'm not a huge NASCAR fan, but it's almost like when in NASCAR, it's a lap-to-lap change of points and where people are in their race for the cup or whatever the hell they call that thing. At the end of the day, this is what we want. We want there to be drama. We want there to be pressure on every hole, on every tournament, on every outcome of every round, and we have it. At any point, you can either A, make the Ryder Cup team or be kicked out of the Ryder Cup team, or B, you can continue on with the FedEx playoffs or not. It is drama at its highest, and it's golf the way we love it. The LPGA and PGA, Keith, an incredible weekend. Hopefully they get through the 72 holes here over the next couple days, and we will react to all of that next week as we move ourselves to Maryland and the BMW Championship as well. Keith, go take care of that basement, my man. That's priority number 1. I'm going to go eat. You figure out your basement situation, and we'll see you next week. Stick and Hack and Reacts. That's Keith Stewart from ESPN Radio New York and host of the Pro Show. Find it where you find your podcast as well here as Stick and Hack. He's a contributing writer. We appreciate his efforts throughout the summer here. Find us every Monday at noon. Stick and Hack Reacts. We'll see you next week. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great week.
Hey, Adam. Nice job cleaning the end of that up. I could have used you yesterday morning in my basement. Have a great week, everybody.
See you later.